Hello readers! Long time no see. Today I am talking about my TBR list for the LGBT Readathon. And yes, that is a lot of acronyms. Where have I been? What have I been doing? Well, I've pretty much been here, but I've been doing a lot of different stuff. I've been working to pay the bills, I've been doing volunteer projects, I've been doing some beta reading, I've also been working on a second draft of a manuscript that I started in 2013, which is really exciting but also incredibly overwhelming, and to be honest, I haven't been reading much this year. No, really, you can go and look at my Goodreads account and see the stats. They're not very pretty. For now, I'm probably just going to be popping up every now and then when I have something particularly pressing on my mind that is book related, but do not expect to see me once a week. Faye from the book blog Daydreamer's Thoughts had this idea of having an LGBT themed readathon for the week of May 25th all the way through May 31st, and I personally think that's an absolutely wonderful idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm participating. So a few things: this readathon again is an LGBT themed readathon specifically for books that feature or were written by lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, or asexual authors. Yes, I threw the rest of the longer acronym in there because it's my channel and I do what I want. The other thing is that I'm going to be completely upfront and just say these were books that I actually have already been reading and had planned on continue reading this week, so this was very little effort put in on my part. First book on my TBR list is The Principle Croc by Jenna Galicki. This is the first book in, I believe, a trilogy. It's an erotic, romance, sexy times type book. Not what I would normally read, but this was up for an award. This is about a rock star named Tommy Blade who's married to this wonderful woman. He joins this new punk rock band where the lead singer is this gorgeous guy, and the three of them sort of enter into a polyamorous relationship. I am like 30 pages away from being finished with this one, so I will definitely be finishing this by the time the readathon ends, and I will most likely be finished with this by the time this video posts. The next book on my TBR list is Go Tell It on the Mountain by James Baldwin. This is one of many books that I started in February and March, and even though I really liked them, I could not, for whatever reason, focus on them. Ready to jump back into it. I'm in a better place, I'm reading more, I've been able to finish a couple books, so I am ready. It's about a 14-year-old and his sort of struggle with identity, spiritually, sexually, all sorts of different stuff. I think I will probably be picking either this up or the next book on my list right after I finish The Principle Croc, so I may read this week, and if I don't read it this week, I will definitely be reading it next week. That is the plan. The next book on my TBR list is Drawing Blood. Now, the author has actually transitioned since writing this book and now goes by the name Billy Martin. This book is sort of a haunted house story featuring two queer leads, I believe, is my understanding. I'm really excited to read this one. I just completely devoured Lost Souls about 2 weeks ago, the first book by this author, and while Lost Souls filled me with so many feelings and thoughts. Again, either this or Go Tell It on the Mountain is probably going to be the next book I pick up this week. I haven't quite decided which. Maybe I'll end up reading both at the same time. That can be done. I have other books I could probably throw on this TBR list, but I don't want it getting too long and too unrealistic because, let's be real, I'm probably only going to finish 2 books this week. Tell Me Again How a Crush Should Feel by Sara Farizan. Now, I read this author's other book, If You Could Be Mine, and I had kind of a mixed reaction. Going back to this book, because that's what I'm supposed to be talking about, this is, as far as I know, a pretty basic high school romance about a girl who's Iranian American, and she is dealing with coming out, I believe, and there's a new girl at school who she falls for. So if I get through the other first 3, I will probably be picking this up. I will, of course, be posting my updates on Goodreads and probably on Twitter. I'm obnoxious like that, so if that's something you're interested in seeing, go ahead and follow me on those 2 places. If that's something you don't want to see, maybe think about muting me or unfollowing me for the week. I promise I do not take it personally. Have a good day. Okay, we're dealing with some lighting difficulties, just bear with me. I was lazy and didn't throw on like a regular artificial light, and I'm just using the sunlight. Oh, and there it goes. There it goes. Come on.